drivers? It's the Brandon Cruz Daily Fantasy Podcast. Making this a rather quick video focusing on a vast majority of things, including the Thursday Night Football. Going to get right into some updates from my channel. This will not take more than 45 seconds. So first, NFL DFS is pretty oversaturated, and there's really nothing I can really bring to the table that hasn't already been said. So this is mainly why I haven't been making like weekly NFL videos anymore, just because my voice gets lost in the sea of people making videos, and like I said, I'm not really adding anything that I feel like, for example, like for the NBA and golf and stuff like that. This last month, like I raked in like $1,200 just from NBA tiers and stuff. That's pretty much the only NBA contest that I enter. I don't make content on it, but every time you see that $5 NBA tier every day, I'm putting an entry into it, and I pretty much always cash in that. But I don't make content for the NBA because I just do not care about the league at all. I'm not passionate about that. My passion is motorsports. It's where I feel like I can actually add content, add a new look, add a new opinion, actually bring stuff to the table that hasn't been said yet, and that's what I like covering. This last year I covered, I think, everything but like 3 weekends for the NASCAR series, including the Truck, the Xfinity Cup Series. I'm going to do the same thing next year, 2020. I'm already working on stuff related to stats and things for that. But yeah, guys, listen, check out DFS Tavern. I like these guys, like Anzo. I'm in their Discord. But they put out stuff for golf, NFL, all the stuff I agree with pretty much. Like, they're pretty much filling the road. This is unofficially official for what I'm saying, but they're filling the road for my NFL content, because they say the same stuff that I would end up saying. And if you need NFL content, I mean, go check them out. But yeah, for NASCAR, that's where I focus my content on. Next year, I'm already ahead of the game. I already got things lined up for it. But this is the off season for me, pretty much. I mean, as soon as NASCAR hits the ground, I'm knee deep in research pretty much every week. I'm gonna have 3 videos coming out before Daytona Speed Weeks. I'm gonna be focusing on each of the series, each of the teams, the status of the sport, things that I think will actually impact fantasy NASCAR this year. That'll be coming out at the end of December and in January. And then other than that, I'm just promoting stuff that I'm sponsoring from my fantasy winnings. Yeah, I got Wells 250. That's January 3rd on iRace. And if you want to be a part of that, let me know. Leave it in the comment. I'll help you out there. Other than that, let's get into Thursday Night Football now. This is getting straight into the picks, but let's talk about this right fast. How do I view this contest? How do I view these contests? Well, let's look at this. So let's look at the prize pool here. You got to focus on this before you can even think about winning this stupid contest. 130,000 people. Top 29,000 people get paid out. First place is 250. I mean, if you finish 10th, you're only taking home $10,000. It's pretty shitty odds. I don't need to tell you that, but let's put it in perspective. I like using actual numbers. So only 22% of the people are getting paid out today in this little good dog shit contest. And then if you finish in the top 6, like I said, if you want those $10,000, you got to finish in the 0.004% of people in this contest, which isn't impossible. It always works, but listen, it's hard to take these contests down. I don't like people viewing them as like, oh, this lineup's going to work for sure. No, I mean, I look at these purely from upside perspective. I want a lineup that no one else has. I want to take this down. So that's a little intro to how I make these lineups. I know I've already mentioned it before, but I'm saying it again here. So why do I have Smith on here? Well, Smith is by far my lock-in. He's filling in for Demaryius Thomas. He's $600. He's going to see the field. He is going to see the field tonight. The Jets, now I use OddsShark just as a rough guide for me. I mean, there's other places you can get it. There's more accurate stuff here and there, but I like using OddsShark just because I like their layout. But check out this predicted score, 35-8. Are you kidding me? Okay, so what are the Jets doing? They're going to be running 4 wide receivers, at least 3 wide receivers with Bell just running down. They're going to be doing Hail Marys, or not literally, but it's going to be passing upside. Smith, $600, going to see the field, going to see targets. Why you would not play this man, I do not understand, especially trying to take down this stupid thing. Related to that, my guys that I'm looking at is Lamar Jackson. I got him projected, and this is not me running a spreadsheet or anything like that. No, this is me coming up with my projections with what I think he's going to score. So Lamar Jackson, I think he's going to score anywhere between 20 and 26 DraftKings points. He might at max throw 30 balls. He could possibly sit. I mean, like, Baltimore has this game locked up. There's no reason for him to just stay out there. I mean, they pretty much have the division locked up at this point. I don't think he sits, but I mean that's always a possibility. Ravens defense, I think they're going to score anywhere from 24 to 20 or 14 to 24 points. Justin Tucker, I got him for 12 points. Le'Veon Bell, 13 to 18 points. I mean, he's averaged 3 yards per carry. That's not very good. He has a terrible offensive line. He's going against the Ravens defense, and he doesn't have much upside because they're going to be down so often. Sam Darnold's going to have to throw it. Mark Ingram, I got him listed here for 15 to 20 touches, maybe 14 to 20 points, possibly 2 touchdowns. I believe that Mark Ingram has more upside than most people are considering. Gus Edwards, he's a bit too expensive, but I am interested in Gus only because he has proven in the past when they faced the Houston Texans, if I can bring him up here, I think it's a real possibility that we get to see this game from him again when they just blew out Houston. Now, why do I say that? Gus produced great in that game. Mark Ingram also produced great in it. I mean, you can go and look at the actual stats and all that stuff on NFL.com or whatever. But Gus did not take away points from Mark Ingram in that game. I think this is an opportunity to where Gus Edwards will do another game like that. I'm very high on Gus Edwards, probably higher than other people from what I've read and heard looking at videos this morning. Wide receivers for this slate. I like Crowder for the Jets, but he's going to be covered very, very well. Smith might be my only wide receiver that I actually target from the Jets, only because he's so damn cheap. Brown and Andrews, I mean, they're pretty much the same player to me right now. Why do I say that? Because I think Brown has the higher upside, especially in a game like this, to have an advantage on the Jets defenders, get out with his speed, and easily do, 2 touchdowns, or go 6 out of 8 catches for 120 yards or something like that. I honestly see a week 1 Miami type of performance from Brown. That's the only reason I have Brown higher than Andrews. Yes, Andrews is a bit more consistent, but I think Brown does have that higher upside, so that's why I'm focusing on Brown more. Now, let me talk to you about some lineups right fast. Now, I already made some lineups. I'm going to use these as an example. These are not the lineups I'm playing, but it's to give you an idea of how I'm thinking that I'm going to approach this slate. So let's say you want to throw Lamar Jackson in the captain spot. Let's see, I got Jackson. Let's see, I got Ravens in here. Oops. Got Ravens, Ingram. Where you at? Ingram, Tucker, and Brown. Brown and Tucker. Now, that looks like a pretty decent lineup. This is actually one of those rare games where you could actually put Lamar Jackson. Usually I fade quarterbacks in general, because they're really hard to pay off, but Lamar Jackson's a special case. But this is one where you can actually put Lamar Jackson in the captain spot. And before you start, listen, I understand that 70% of the time, 3/4 of the time, over half the time, the captain is either a wide receiver or running back. Lamar Jackson throws that rule out. Typically, if you can get an advantage on the field by either paying like overly expensive for someone like Lamar Jackson, he's $20,000. Not a lot of people can make a good lineup with Lamar Jackson taking 20 grand out of your salary, and he has a ridiculously high upside. I have no problem putting him in the captain spot today, but the reason I don't like this lineup is because it's $300 left over. It's very easy for people to duplicate, and like I said, you gotta be in this percentage to even take down $10,000 in any of these things, so we're not going to use this lineup at all. A lineup that I would be more interested in that I'm not going to play, but I do like it because you have a lot of salary left over, is if you actually put the Ravens in at captain, and then you go back to Smith, and then you got Lamar Jackson, you got Mark Ingram, you got Le'Veon Bell, and Tucker. Now here you got $31,000 left over. Ravens, like I said, projected anywhere from 14 to 24 points, times that by 1.5, you're usually looking at, 30 points from the Ravens defense. Smith, let's say he gets me 9 points. Jackson, let's say he gets me 22. Ingram, let's say he goes for 20. Bell, let's say he goes for 18. Tucker, let's say he kicks for 15 points. Not the greatest thing, but this is the lineup. This is how you have to attack these types of contests. You have to look at it differently, and you have to leave some salary left on the table, because if you want to win this, if you want to take this down, you need to separate yourself. Playing more high-risk GPPs this year, especially in the NBA, because I think that's easier. It pisses me off how high these GPPs are, and I mean for real. Like, if I'm playing against 130,000 people. Let's say I finished 100th, I only get $300, whereas someone 900 spots in front of me gets 250. Are you shitting me? What? I mean, it's so hard and stupid. I don't know. That's just me. I mean, I purely look at these types of contests to take it home by myself. I don't want to split it with anyone. So I'm gonna be making lineups like this. I actually really like the Ravens in the captain spot here. But yeah, you got to be interesting. So let me go over the player pool that I have for sure. So I got Lamar Jackson, the Ravens defense, Justin Tucker, Le'Veon Bell, Mark Ingram, Gus Edwards, Crowder, Smith, Marquise Brown, and Mark Andrews. That is my player pool. I'm going to try and make a player pool like that. If I see something that sticks out, either salary-wise or just that comes up later in the day. I know we got 8 hours until this thing starts, or 7, whatever it is. If something comes up, I might play someone else. But that's how I'm looking at this contest. That's how I'm going to attack it. And sorry, I'm having to talk so quiet, but my girlfriend's still sleeping. She has to work later today. But I wanted to make a video just because I haven't made one in a while. I wanted to give you guys an update. So yeah, I'm covering NASCAR 2020 all the way for every series, for every contest that I can find on DraftKings, and I'm just sponsoring race cars and sim races and stuff until then, because this is my off season. So thank you guys for listening. I will talk to you later. Catch you on the flip side. Home steal it.